Hello, surprise! Welcome to the Craft Lair. I'm Teresa, Crafty Grams, and today I am participating in a challenge. I was tagged by Cindy Scrap Brat to do this What's in a Name and Face Behind the Hands. So, what is in a name? My grandsons call me Grams, and I am crafty. So, Crafty Grams. Teresa, that's my parents' responsibility. Had nothing to do with that. The face behind the hands. These are the hands. This is the face, um, which I determined when I started my YouTube channel I would never show. So, never say never, because here we are. Anyway, my name is Teresa. I am 61 years old. I have four adult children and three grandsons. No granddaughters. Yeah, no granddaughters. No, we're okay. Um, I am the youngest of seven children. My parents are Irish immigrants. Were Irish immigrants born in the 20s. They are no longer with us. Um, I have been crafting since I was a little girl. I was born in Philadelphia, moved to Delaware. That's the first place I remember living. And we moved down here to Georgia, the state in the US, not the country. We moved down here when I was like 8, turning 9. And I remember doing these little, think it was a monthly subscription for a different kind of craft every month from someplace like Better Homes and Gardens or Good Housekeeping or whatever, one of those magazine things. My mom subscribed. She wasn't into a lot of the types of crafts, so I did them. And so that was in Delaware, and so that's how young I was when I started crafting. So yeah, we moved to, like I said, Georgia when I was 8 turning 9, so it was 72 or 3. I don't remember. But I my father was military. My uh, first husband was military, and we lived in England where my first child was born. Um, Came back to Georgia. Years later, met my late husband, who was also Air Force vet. And so here on Memorial Day, I figured it was appropriate for me to give them all credit for their service. Fortunately, none of them gave the ultimate sacrifice for their country and passed from well, my first husband's still alive. Anyway, regardless. Um, what was I saying? I don't know. Anyway, I love crafting. I did scrapbooking when my children were little, which is what got me into paper crafts. And I had a poop ton of scrapbook supplies, left over just hanging around the house. And occasionally they would come in handy for school projects and things like that. So anyway, um, I am a widow, so when I moved, I did purge a lot of my stuff. I kept a lot of my stuff, and so occasionally I will pull out a piece of scrapbook paper or some other such ephemera or stickers or something that I have had literally decades since my children are young. My oldest child is 38. My youngest is 24. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, big age gap, but first marriage, second marriage, all three of my youngest kids came from my late husband. And we all live on the same street. My three youngest children and myself, we live on the same street, which is very comforting and also annoying. My house is known as Mom Mart for anything from groceries to craft supplies, because now my youngest daughter, uh, she has a 2-year-old son, and she's scrapbooking. My both of my daughters-in-law crochet, so sometimes it's yarn they go for. I knit and crochet. I do cross stitch and occasional diamond painting. So I have lots of hobbies, but my main focus is the junk journaling world. Um, that is a little bit about me. I am a forcibly retired nurse. I had a medical condition that put me out of work. Didn't know what it was at the time. Took me a little over a year to get the diagnosis of a rare autoimmune disorder that really has no treatments, no cure. It's just there. That made me unable to return to work. I was put out of work until I could get a doctor's clearance to return to work. Well, that was 2019. I'm still waiting for that letter. But anyway, it does not keep me from doing what I love and enjoying my children and grandchildren. So I am good. Um, so yeah, that a lot of the tools that I use are I don't know, but easier to use tools because I have you know uh, I have brain fog from it all the time. So I also have uh, decreased hand grip. I have weak hands, not arthritis or anything like that. I've been tested, and so yeah, occasionally I will have to take a drink on camera, which I don't really like to do, but I get dry mouth pretty severely. Dry mouth, dry eyes, whatever. Uh, so anyway, the crafting is my little piece of sanity, really. And I started an Etsy shop to keep from accumulating junk journals that I don't really use. I love to make them. Don't get me wrong there. I love to make them and I love to buy stuff for them, but I don't use them. I've never been a journaler. I've never been a writer. It's just not my bag of tea, cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea, or it's not my bag, whichever one you want to use. Yeah. So, so I am also participating in the Finding My Floor thing, and right now I'm backslid. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, but um, my room is a disaster again because I am doing some minute, like as in I'm organizing the small things, which makes the whole place blow up because you got to pull everything out in order to put it away where you can find it. My biggest thing is, and I think it's the same thing with everyone who journals or crafts, especially on camera, is you want everything where you can reach it. Well, nearly impossible, and I would say in this crafty world, it is impossible because there are so many bits and pieces and tools and equipment that we just love to use, we love to buy, and we love to use. So it's impossible to get everything within arm's reach, and especially when you're only 5 feet tall, it's really impossible. So the vertical space that a lot of people use is not practical for me because I can't reach it, and I'm very unsteady on my feet, so I get dizzy easily. So climbing up and down even a little step stool is sort of not very good when you live alone. So, it's just, why do I keep moving my hands? What do you do with your hands when you're not crafting with them? They just hang out here like they're ridiculous. Anyway, so that is a little bit of my story. As I say, I was tagged by Cindy at Scrap Brat. The hashtags are What's in a Name, and that is um, sponsored, I guess, by Paper Confessions with Karamia and BB's Closet Creations. Face Behind the Hands hashtag is Crafty Lenny P. So check them out. Participate in the challenge or event or whatever you want to call it if you wish. And but be sure and check out some of the other creators that I will list below, because we're all small channels. We're all, you know, we're all on the same team. We're all team craft, and I craft for my sanity, which precious little left, but I still have some, I think. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Craft and joy, y'all. Bye.